And we're live. Hey, how you doing, everybody? How y'all doing? Y'all know what it is.
TaijhTV.
Yes. On this episode of TaijhTV, first of all, thank you for being down with me for over 100 episodes. I know it's been more than 100 episodes. I mean, I do little clips here and there, but thank you for being down with me. I really appreciate that. But on this episode, we are going to talk about Joe Biden lying, the Joe Biden administration, big ass liars, Kyrie Irving being blackballed for over $200 million of future revenue. We're also going to talk about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan held it down for independent media, podcasters, content creators. He held it down and he put us, if you ask me, he put all of us, elevated us in a different category now. So we're going to talk about it. But first, I do want to play my friend. I call him my friend. I don't call a lot of people my friend. His name, he goes by the name of Shata Moo, and his song is called Beautiful Struggle. Make sure you cop this on every platform or subscribe to his channel. We're going to play it. Let me know how you feel about it. Let's go. And that was Shata Moo. I like that song. That's my boy, and I can validate what he's saying. He is a real one, as you guys call them, real ones. He's a real one. That's a good friend of mine. Anyway, let's get to Kyrie Irving. The Nets, Brooklyn Nets. They say Kyrie Irving won't play until he's fully participant. They nixed the idea of him only playing in road games. CBS NBA says the Brooklyn Nets have made a major decision regarding Kyrie Irving's status for this season. On Tuesday, the team announced that Irving won't be allowed to serve as a part-time player and thus won't be permitted to practice or even play with the team. Now, it's kind of weird that Brooklyn, which is in New York, will say this. Because just today, Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards is also not vaccinated. He's actually came out and kind of stamped his name on the anti-vaxxer. But yet, tonight, he played in New York. Yes, he played in New York unvaccinated. So the opponent can play in the states of New York, California. They can play in these states unvaccinated, but the hometown player cannot play. Seems very backwards to me. But anyway, Kyrie Irving actually came out with a video. And I'm going to put it on the screen and we're going to watch what he has to say.
I had to stop running away from using my voice and using my platform to, speak on what's true and what's mine. Nobody's going to hijack my voice. Nobody's going to take the power away from me that I have for speaking on these things, and don't believe that I'm retiring. Don't believe that, I'm going to give up this game for a vaccine mandate or staying unvaccinated. Don't believe any of that shit, man. Like really be aware of what's being said before I even get a chance to be on the podium and speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like all these people saying all these things about what's going on with me, and it's just not true. Pay attention to what's going on out in the real world. People are losing their jobs to these mandates. People are having to make choices with their own lives, which I respect. And I don't want to sit here and play on people's emotions either. Just use logic. What would you do? If you felt uncomfortable going into the season when you were promised that you would have exemptions or that you didn't have to be forced to get the vaccine. This wasn't an issue before the season started. This wasn't something that I foresaw coming where I prepared for it. And, I had a chance to strategize on what was going to be best for me and my family. I came into the season thinking that I was just going to be able to play ball, be able to use my talent to continue to, inspire, influence people in the right way. Like putting this on me is just like, why are you putting it on me? Like this is not part of, what's going on in conversations with scientists, physicians, and doctors. I'm just a hooper, right? Like I'm just a person who's being utilized as an example. For some odd reason, people love to have my name in the mix of just some BS.
That's because you're a star player. This is what happens with stars. You get made examples of. I do not agree what's happening with Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I don't roll in that crowd. I'm not a pro-vaxxer. I'm a pro do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life. And when I see shit like this, that really fucking gets to me. Here we've gone from the greatest nation to a nation of mandates, to a nation of restraints, restrictions. Now, I believe only 12 active NBA players are not vaccinated. Andrew Wiggins did take a stance, but he caved in. Kyrie and Bradley Beal are the biggest names in the NBA that have not taken the vaccine. And they have a God-given right not to. Now, USA Today is reporting that the Nets will not offer Kyrie Irving a contract extension of worth $186 million. He's going to have to sacrifice $18 million of his salary this year, plus a projected $186 million just for what he believes in. But he shouldn't have to sacrifice anything. He shouldn't have to sacrifice nothing. This is fucking America. This is the God-given country, the country of the free. Without us, this country would have been ramsacked a long time ago. And when I say us, I mean American citizens, armed American citizens. But this segues into Joe Biden. What happened to these promises of non-mandates? Joe Biden has been having one-on-ones, 1 to 100s with CEOs of companies. Pretty sure the NBA is a part of this. The NFL, MLB, MLS. He's been having fucking meetings with CEOs of private business in order to mandate people to take a vaccine, which once he said he would not. He would not mandate you. And if you don't believe me, I have proof. And I'm going to put that on the screen as well. I have proof of Dirty Joe Biden lying to all of us. Him and his administration lying to every single fucking one of us. I'm going to play this and you be the judge.
I'd be pretty surprised if you mandated it for any element of the general public.
No, I don't think it should be mandatory. I wouldn't demand it be mandatory.
And no federal mandate requiring everyone to obtain a single vaccination credential.
We're not counting on vaccine mandates at all.
Those are decisions the federal government is not going to make.
You're not going to see a central mandate coming from the federal government.
That's not the role of the federal government.
You know, at the federal level, I don't have the authority to either mask mandate or vaccine mandate. That's not what we do at the federal level.
Definitely not. You don't want to mandate and try and force anyone to take a vaccine. We've never done that.
There will be no federal mandate.
This is a decision that historically has not come from the federal government around vaccine mandates.
That has not happened ever, to my knowledge, at a national level.
And no federal mandate requiring everyone to obtain a single vaccination credential.
No federal mandate requiring everyone to obtain a single vaccination credential.
I don't see it on a national level, merely because of all the situations you have upon encroaching upon persons' freedom to make their own choice.
Local businesses, local jurisdictions will work towards vaccine mandates. That is going to be locally driven and not federally driven.
Can we mandate vaccines across the country? No, that's not a role that the federal government, I think, even has the power to make.
There's no secret that I feel that we should not have central mandates from the federal government.
What I think you won't see is a requirement from the federal government to have people get vaccinated.
I wouldn't anticipate that we would be putting requirements on private sector companies.
I don't think you'll ever see a mandating of vaccine, particularly for the general public.
There will be no nationwide mandate.
Our interest is very simple from the federal government, which is Americans' privacy and rights should be protected.
But we don't want to be mandating from the federal government to the general population. It would be unenforceable and not appropriate.
They don't want to mandate, but here they are mandating.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have.
Here they are mandating. This blows my fucking mind as an American. We're allowing a government to take away our freedoms, our rights. Fuck HIPAA law. Now you have to show vaccine passports. And if you're Kyrie Irving now, you have to promote that you took the vaccine. You have to let people know your medical status. They're taking away our freedoms one at a time, and we're allowing them to do such. This is scary fucking times. But I don't even think this is the real problem. I think they're being loud with this. I really fucking feel the government really doesn't give a fuck. if you take the vaccine or not. What I believe is the government is doing some shit underneath the table, like allowing China to become the world leader, not competing with China at all, to the point of where we're actually helping propel China's agenda in America. This is where we're at, 2021. America is so great that we figured, why not give away our freedoms to propel a nation, a communist regime, to the top? Scary times we're in. If we were in the fucking 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, those citizens wouldn't allow this shit. But we're so sensitive. Words hurt us. Millennials, Gen X's. Words hurt us. John Gruden getting fired for saying racist and homophobic. Like, words hurt us, not action. We can give a fuck about an action. It's the word that gets us. And that's scary. To me, that's terrifying. We're allowing a government to strip our rights away. So we're not sensitive, so we're not hurt. I'm bothered by that. But since people out there are going to get in my comment section later on the rebroadcast and say, well, TaijhTV, you're lying. Joe Biden never said he was going to mandate. I'm going to play for you audio of Joe Biden saying that he's going to mandate.
With COVID cases surging and deaths now 5 times higher than just a month ago, President Biden is requiring tens of millions more Americans to get vaccinated.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin, and your refusal has cost all of us. This is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you.
The president is ordering nearly all federal workers and employees of contractors that do business with the federal government.
He just told you your freedoms don't mean shit. These guys, these women, these guys, they tell us our freedoms don't mean shit. And half the nation applauds them on. Half the nation is allowing this to happen to the point of where now we're going to ostracize people who don't want to take the vaccine, people who really aren't anti-vax or pro-vax. They just rather not. We're going to ostracize them. We're going to harass them. We're going to blackball them from the payday which they've earned. Hundreds of thousands of workers already have been laid off, fired, because they refuse to take the vaccine. This has no longer become a country of choice. Our president, our fucking president, who for fucking some reason people fucking voted for, this old motherfucker who can't remember what the fuck he did yesterday. Our president told us our freedoms don't matter. He's getting impatient with us. You see, he's treating us like his children. Now, how well did that go for his own child? Hunter? Laptop? Do I need to say more? And the laptop has been verified, by the way. It's real. Him smoking crack, fucking prostitutes, has been verified. But we allow this guy to treat us worse than his own flesh and blood. Who, by the way, just had a art selling, which he racked in almost $500,000 from his father's name, by the way. We allow this fucking guy to control our lives. Now, I'm not anti-vax, but the biggest problem I have with these motherfuckers telling us, go get vax. You need to get vaxxed. I'm getting tired of your shit. The biggest problem I really have with this is why are you so persistent in me getting vaccine? Getting the vaccine. Why are you persistent? What the fuck does it matter to you? Now, last Saturday, I put on the screen Pfizer scientists saying if you already had COVID-19, natural antibodies are better than the vaccine. I've already put that on the screen. I've already shared it. I've already had COVID. So with that reality, that means my natural antibodies are better than the vaccine. So why am I getting treated like a piece of shit? Why are people like me getting treated like pieces of shit? Why is our commander-in-chief, our number one, our head honcho, telling us he's getting impatient with us, being that was a passive threat? So why is our commander-in-chief threatening? Why is he threatening the citizens of the United States? Because that was a threat. Don on the check, and he says, "What's good, bro? Hey, Don, how you doing?" I'm just going through my my spiel here, you know. We have a president threatening the public over vaccines. But we have a legend, Joe Rogan, standing up for us. Now, Joe Rogan is also he's not anti-vax, and he's not pro-vax. He's just like one of us. He had the COVID. He has natural immunity. He'd rather not get the vaccine. Well, Joe Rogan, which I think I did a show a couple weeks back on CNN, coming at Joe Rogan, lying on him about that horse dewormer. Joe Rogan had Dr. I'm going to butcher this name, but please forgive me. Sanjay Gupta, the CNN doctor. He had him on his show, and he held his own. Not the doctor, but Joe Rogan. He controlled the whole conversation. Amazing. He gave life to independent media like us. On the screen, I'm going to put Joe Rogan confronting this doctor, and I'm going to give you my take on it after he does this. Wrong video. Let's get to it. There we go.
So for you, Joe Rogan.
Yes.
So for you.
Wow. What is going on with my vocals here? I don't want to say someone's watching. I don't want to be that guy. Wow, what the fuck is going on with the vocals? That's nuts. I've never seen that happen. The volume's there. It's on. What the fuck? I'm going to refresh it. Let me refresh the page. That shit's nuts. All right. Here we go. I think I got it. We're going to put on the screen this doctor and what he has to say. Hold on, before I do that, I have Don. Don says, here's something to think about. Magic Johnson was allowed to play basketball with full-blown AIDS, but Kyrie can't play without the vaccine. What the fuck? Great point. And to top that off, Don, 2 years ago, even last year, they were allowed to play without getting the vaccine. They sent the goddamn league to the bubble over there in Disney. They allowed players to wear masks and shit playing up and down the court. But all of a sudden, it's a big fucking deal. That's our government just stripping rights away from us. And to them, it doesn't matter what level of success you're at in life. They still want to fucking strip your rights away. But let me put on the I got on the screen, doctor about to get exposed. Let's go.
So for you, Joe Rogan,
Yes.
I would say you've had it.
Yes.
So now get one shot of the vaccine.
No.
Why not?
Because I have better immunity than I would if I was vaccinated. Right?
Yes,
Don't I?
I think your immunity is really good.
So why?
Do you catch that? The same shit I just laid out to you. We have better immunity with natural antibodies. And this doctor said yes. He said it very sly, but he said yes. Don on the check-in says exactly. Shit doesn't add up. No, it doesn't. It makes me feel like there's something going on, Don, underneath everything that they're not telling us. Maybe it's the financial reset that's happening. That it's happening. I mean, if you follow this shit, it's happening. ISO 20022. I've already covered it. It's happening. Maybe it's that. Maybe they don't want everyone looking in on that. Maybe.
If I've already gotten through COVID and I was really only sick for a day, and then 5 days later I was negative, and I do have the natural antibodies now, why would I take a chance in getting vaccinated on top of that?
By the way, I'm glad you're better. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
it only lasted a day.
You're probably the only one at CNN that's glad.
No. We're not.
The rest of them are all lying about me taking horse medication. And we should talk about that.
That bothered you.
It should bother you too. They're
Well,
lying.
It should bother you too. This is where Joe turns up the fucking heat. Rightfully so. CNN has lied on Joe saying he's taking horse dewormer. Watch this doctor, this educated man, this college-educated man, the lead doctor for CNN. Watch him crumble. It's glorious. Let's say it before it happens. It's fucking glorious. Don says CNN doctors getting schooled by a pothead comedian. Facts. I'm going to say Joe Rogan has so much common sense, he makes smart people look stupid. Let's get back to it.
Lying at your network about people taking human drugs versus drugs for veterinary.
Calling it a horse dewormer is not a flattering thing. I get
It's
that.
a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. It's not a mistake.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, "You are not a horse. You are not a cow. Stop taking this stuff," or something like that.
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it making
Nobel Prize.
the Nobel Prize in 2015?
15, yeah.
Yeah, a drug that
A drug that's won a Nobel Prize. Why would you say that? Why would you say I'm taking horse dewormer when a doctor gave it to me? This drug won a Nobel Prize. This drug is helping save lives. Why would you say that, doctor? This doctor stumped. He tried to hit Joe Rogan with the whole, did you say what this, and this said? It was a little snarky. No, you're snarky. You're snarky. And I have to school you right now.
that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right? Why would they lie and say that's horse dewormer? I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous. It's just a lie.
I don't think anyone is
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine. Like, here it is. This is ivermectin.
You got
This
it
is
with
right
you.
here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Wow. The thing is, we're going so fast. I feel like I'm missing it. Motherfucker, you graduated medical school. How? He's going fast? Us uneducated people, we're grasping what he's saying. No, you're getting confused because you can't make a lie up that fast. That's exactly what's going on. Rosil says, yeah, why would he say that? China Lie says, because they are scumbags. The sad thing is millions of people thought Joe Rogan actually looked foolish in this. Did they? Whoa! Did they? Joe Rogan looked like the fucking doctor. If I didn't know either one of these two, I would think Joe Rogan was the doctor. Like, he seemed like the one that had the information. This Dr. Sanjay, or whatever the fuck his name is, this guy looked foolish. He looked crazy. Whoa, we're going too fast. Don says facts. But they're not done yet. Let's finish watching this.
I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem, that your news network lies?
Well, I don't.
Dude,
I mean, what did they say?
They lied.
What did they say?
What did they say? What did they say? What did they say? Motherfucker, you're there. You know what the fuck they say. You're part of the fucking swamp. Oh yeah, the lefties on TikTok were making fun of Joe, not knowing the jokes on them. Wow. Those ones on TikTok must have been fucking idiots. Joe Rogan fucking schools this guy for 3 hours straight, to the point of where this guy is on a goddamn CNN tour trying to save face. Try to save face. Don says, love how Joe went for the jug. Yeah, nonstop. As soon as Joe Rogan got to the CNN portion of what they were going to talk about, he went in for the kill. That incision straight to the fucking jugular. It's immaculate. This is why I say Joe Rogan elevated independent media, podcasters, and all of us alike. He elevated us because our studying is sometimes better than the professionals. There's an agenda. There's obviously an agenda. But what these doctors aren't telling you is there's another side to that coin. They're only giving you one side. Joe Rogan is giving you both. This is why we go to Joe Rogan for fucking our information. But anyway, let's get back to this.
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
they
with
shouldn't have said it was
a bunch of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously, you got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that. Ivermectin can be a very effective medication.
Remember what he just said right there. It can be effective, because I'm going to show you a video where he is pretty much downplaying this medication. He's downplaying it. Now, you have to understand, being a doctor is... I'll wait. I want to wait. China says, then the doctor said the next day he actually felt threatened by Joe. I'm getting to that. I got it right on next. Felt like he was going to jump across the table. The fuck out of here. Don says, seen that. Facts.
For parasitic disease. And as you say, it's probably, I think what, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that.
Way more.
So
way more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on the
you
ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network...
That's what true interviewers who want to get to the root issue, that's what they do. No. Before we get to that, do you believe what CNN did was wrong? No, you're going to give me a fucking answer. You're going to give me an answer on what I just asked you. All this goddamn circus monkey show that you're putting out, it looks good, sounds good, but you're going to give me a fucking answer. Don says that doctor knows that. That's what's scary. Facts. China Lie says, laugh my ass off. He says, look at Joe playing with his food. Beast mode. It don't get better than this. If this was the time to like stick it to someone, this is like what it looks like. Like anyone who wanted to fucking stick it to someone, this is what it looks like. Oh, I felt proud watching this. Like I said, I'm not an anti-vaxxer or a pro-vaxxer. I'm neither one. I'm pro-choice. The far left wants pro-choice when it comes to abortion. I want pro-choice when it comes to vaccines. What's the problem?
Network you work for out and out lied. Just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer.
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was you're the medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before.
But they
coming
did
on
it with
your podcast.
such glee.
No,
yes,
Joe.
they did. I watched.
You watched?
I watched.
You watched. No, I don't think there's
yes,
glee.
they did.
I don't. No one takes.
Joe Rogan says he has COVID. Taking.
This doctor is so fucking confused. Don says straight up. China says, yep. This doctor's so confused. No, Joe. But did you catch the admission of guilt from a CNN correspondent? He admitted guilt. He says they shouldn't have said that. Did you catch it? I did. China says, ha, you're the medical guy. Exactly. He's the fucking medical guy. How the fuck did you not watch them talk about medical procedures, medical medicine, the goddamn virus? How are you not fucking the guy who says, yeah, say that, or no, don't say that? How are you not the guy? Oh, you're a puppet. That's what you are. You're a puppet. Just say it. These puppets hate it when you call them puppets.
Livestock drug despite warnings. Yeah.
Jamie had to pull this up.
You want to play it?
Does she
This
have
is your
glee?
news network.
I'm gonna watch.
Let's see.
I'm gonna watch.
Rogan telling his 13 million Instagram followers that he was treated with several drugs, and he included ivermectin on the list, a drug used for livestock. The FDA and the CDC warn against using to treat COVID.
Turns out I got COVID.
Look, they put a
So
yellow
we
filter on
immediately
me
threw
too.
the kitchen sink at it. All
They
kinds
did.
of meds. Monoclonal
You see the original
antibodies,
video versus that? I look like shit there.
ivermectin,
Do you know that?
I think you look good.
Pause. It's enough.
Prednisone.
I don't
That's
think
enough, Jimmy.
I don't think Aaron had glee.
Oh, well, it's more Brian Stelter was the gleeful one. But the point is, that's a lie.
It can be used for humans. I get it. I totally.
Not just could be used for humans, is often used for humans.
How is this doctor trying to still swerve this in his benefit? Not could use for humans, often used for humans. He won a fucking Nobel Prize that he said he knew of. The world is a fucking stage, and I see it every fucking day. Clearer and clearer. Fuck 4K. I see this shit in 8K.
Humans, along with all the other drugs I took, all human drugs.
Yes,
they know it's a human drug.
It's right, but
and they lied.
The thing
it's defamatory.
It is. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that.
It's defamatory, right?
Well, I don't know if it's defamatory.
I bet it is.
Well, I'm not a lawyer.
It's a lie.
Well, see, here's the thing. You can have nuanced discussions about this.
No,
right?
you can't.
Yeah,
you can't have nuanced discussions about lying about someone taking horse dewormer.
There was no glee, by the way, from her. She
Wow,
was.
I didn't watch her.
Anyone takes people's illness.
Oh, yes, they do.
They don't want you to get
stop
sick, Joe.
Yes, they do.
They
were
want you to get
upset that
sick.
I got healthy. That's one thing they didn't report on. The fact that I was negative 5 days later and working out 6 days later.
Well,
6 days after infection, I was back in the gym.
I'm glad.
Felt great.
I'm glad you do. I really
Me
am.
too.
I think
Thank you.
Most of the
I'm
people.
glad
That look from that guy, that doctor, when he says, I'm glad that you do what? You're glad he does what? You're glad he's healthy? He's not dead? Say it. He won't. He won't say it. Don says, seriously, look at this doctor. He has no problem breaking his Hippocratic oath. Yeah, this is a huge problem. He's not the only doctor doing this. We all lose. Exactly. That's my point. This is why I named the show The Vaccine of Freedom. We have to lose to fucking feel free, not be free. This is the point. I'm glad you hit on that, Don. Yeah, that is fucked up, China. China lies. That's fucked up. This is where we're at. This fucking doctor, this American doctor who's fucking serving patients, American patients, by the way, who's probably only giving them one option. Like he probably used to recommend the ventilator off the cusp. He seems like that guy. He seems like that fucking guy, doesn't he? This shit is crazy. And like you picked out, I'm not going to put it on the screen because we already talked about it. This doctor says, he's quoted as saying on CNN, I don't think I've ever had a conversation that long with anyone. Seriously, think about that. Here you are, a doctor who went to medical fucking school, and you didn't fucking sit down for 3 hours at a fucking time and have a conversation? So you didn't go to school? What the fuck were you doing? Oh, maybe if we looked up your parents, maybe they have money. Maybe you're one of those goddamn silver spoon children. Maybe. He says, we set in windowless podcast. Oh, windowless podcast. Oh my God. I'm in fear for my life, but I'm going to sit here for 3 hours. Sit in a windowless podcast with 2 sets of headphones and a microphone and a few feet between us. Not a single interruption. No cell phones, no distractions, no bathroom breaks. Oh, I'm a child. I need a bathroom break. Raise my hand. At a time, there is a desire for shorter, crisp content, responding to abbreviated human attention spans. One of the most popular podcasts. Oh, I'm reading this on CNN.com, by the way. One of the most popular podcasts in the country features conversations that last long and go particularly deep. My friends cautioned me against accepting Joe's invitation. I went anyway. I'm strong. There's a little room for reasonable conversation anymore. He's a brawler. He doesn't play fair. He's talking about Joe Rogan, by the way. In fact, when I told Joe early in the podcast that I didn't agree that his apparent views on vaccinations were against COVID, part of me felt and thought the MMA former Taekwondo champion might hurdle himself across the table and throttle my neck. But instead, he smiled and off we went. This is America's doctor on CNN. This is America's doctor. Don says, and on TV every day. China Live says, spot on, fellas. He also says, he's a shill, yo. Say anything for them few pieces of silver. Don says, facts. China says, what wasn't fair? You kidding me? Exactly. These fucking elites. These elitists. They're fucking full of shit. They're leading, these elitists are leading our country, our government, fuck the country, our government into a tyranny to the point of where now we have to watch our backs every day. Not against thugs, not against gangsters, not against muggers, not against rapists, but the people who are supposed to have our best interests, the people we put in power by vote. Some would say that's even sketchy voting. But this is where we're at in 2021. Can you fucking believe it? The land of the free. Only if you take the vaccine. The land of the fair. Only if you take the vaccine. This is where we're at, everyone. This fucking country, this great country, is being sold to China. This is why I say, I'm not even going to play the video of Don. I was going to play you the video of Don Lemon and this doctor on Don Lemon trying to save face. I'm not even going to fucking play it. We get it. This doctor's a piece of shit. Don Lemon truly is a piece of shit. No doubt about it. China says, when tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Thomas Jefferson. Our forefathers warned us about these scumbags. Our forefathers also warned us about private central banks, too. This is what it's all about. The same shit you're saying is what I'm getting at. The whole purpose of all of this is my opinion only. This country and what we're allowing to happen, what our government is doing, is a facade of what's really happening. China's digital yuan and them trying to make it the global reserve currency, it's real. China's already warned their citizens that you can have a social credit score, essentially. What you do in this world affects your credit, is your credit. The credit system changes. The financial system changes. Everything is changing, and they're not reporting on it because they have us fucking thinking about this vaccine. Fuck you, media. Fuck you, elitists. I see through that shit, yo. I see what's happening. China says, yeah, play that shit, yo. Don says, play that Don Lemon. I haven't seen it. Okay, you want me to play it? I'll put it on the screen. It's about a minute and a half long. Don Lemon being Don Lemon, trying to come in and save the day. He's a motherfucker, dude. I don't like Don Lemon. He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Let's go. Don Lemon right there. Right there. Here on the screen is going to be Don Lemon trying to save face for Dr. Sanjay, whatever his name is. Let's go.
He did say something about ivermectin that I think wasn't actually correct about CNN and lying, okay? Ivermectin is a drug that is commonly used as a horse dewormer. So it is not a lie to say that the drug is used as a horse dewormer. I think that's important, and it is not approved for COVID, correct?
That's right. That's correct. It is not approved for COVID, and you're right. I mean, the FDA even put out a statement saying, you know, basically reminding people, it was a strange sort of message from the FDA, but they said, you're not a horse, you're not a cow, stop taking this stuff.
Remember, I told you I wanted you to remember what he said there. You're not a horse, you're not a cow. Go back and see what he said on Joe Rogan and how he said that. Very passive, very squirmy. Watch how he says it with Don Lemon, with conviction. You're not a horse. You're not a cow. Don says exactly. They're going to crash the dollar and install crypto so they can threaten your money and watch your money. Don't you give away too much money. Don't you buy something you ain't supposed to buy. If you have the Cuban cigar hookup, don't you buy that. China Live says, at Don, you got it. Bingo. And social credit score. People like us will be non-existent living in caves. Don says 100. You guys are on it. You guys, we're here. We're here. This is what they're going to do. This is what their plan is. This is why they're shoving COVID down our throats. But let's finish this. Let's finish Don.
Is essentially what they said, referring to ivermectin. Now, I think what Joe's point
that
is...
It has been approved for humans, but not necessarily for COVID, right? Yeah.
That's correct. It's been used for a parasitic disease, for something it's called river blindness, and it's been very effective for that. But, just because it works for one thing doesn't mean it works for something else. And, there's still a few ongoing clinical trials around ivermectin. But for the most part, if you look at the data, there's no evidence that it really works here. When Joe got sick, he took ivermectin. He also took
That's all I need to show. Because he just admitted it's going through clinical trials. Well, if that's the case, that means it's probably been tried longer than this vaccine, right? Right? So let's say the FDA fucking approves it. Let's say everybody approves it. Should I take that or the vaccine? Which one, doctor? Which one should I take? Don says, these two sorry sacks of shit have no problem straight up lying. Ooh. Facts. This is why I don't trust the media. I don't trust shit they say. I watch every news station. I have no party affiliation. Yes, I voted for Trump twice, but I have no party affiliation. I have to grasp whatever truth they decide to give us. Most of my news, and I'm going to admit, comes from independent media outlets. I used to watch Newsmax a lot until Newsmax became one of them. And I'm sorry to say, but Newsmax is one of them. Just is. All right, everyone. It's been 51 minutes. I do appreciate you being here with me, rocking out with me. 81 fucking episodes deep. Every episode matters. Make sure you like, subscribe, share to your friends and family. I hope I have been entertaining and enlightening. Whatever. I catch you guys Tuesday. Peace out. See you later.